Rookie. Hello, Rookie. Welcome, Orange, California. Rookie, are you able to get on Instagram Live to be able to see our guests? If not, that's fine. You'll be able to hear them clearly, but perfect. So you can see on both. Excellent. So you've got both screens going. Love it. Ready to go today. So how are you today, Rookie? Good deal. What'd you have for breakfast? I had a little bit of bacon. A little banana, some toast. The good stuff. All right, we're going live. All right, water slides ready for the sandlot. Coach Antonelli prompt as well. Love that. Mustache salute for you, Mac. Welcome in, buddy. And there it is. Coach.
How are you?
Very good. How are you, man?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. I'm so glad that you could join us. Thanks so much for doing this with us.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. I appreciate you having me.
Hey, absolutely. I love watching your YouTube, and it's just good to see good guys out there trying to, bring the next generation around. When, let's be honest, you got to make it entertaining at times,
Yeah, absolutely. I love baseball more than probably a lot of people, but there's no doubt that at times the game, especially practicing the game, can get a little monotonous. So you got to keep it exciting, got to keep it fresh.
Absolutely. Well, we do this every day at 3 o'clock. I've got my YouTube going as well, but you'll be able to see Coach Matt on Instagram Live. We call it the virtual sandlot, and I'm just bringing in guests, and we're talking baseball, talking the skills of the game, what kind of things we can do to keep that baseball motor running. And I'll just start with that with you before we get into some specific skills. And I've got a little space. You can show me some skills you've been doing, and you can be my teacher as well. But what can these kids that are checking in, Sleepover, Water Slide, The Rookie, my main man Mac, all my guys with the nicknames, mentally right now, where should they be in the quarantine?
Yeah, sure. So I think this is no doubt, an interesting time, and a time that I think, obviously no one has dealt with this before. So, I'm learning just as everyone else is learning. But the thing that I've realized, especially with this time, is I do have a little bit more time on my hands, and I've been using it to just learn the game. I think, especially when my normal day's going on, I'm so busy. I'm coaching. I'm doing 1,000 different things, and it makes it a little harder to have time to really learn, reflect on things. And so that's what I've been using my time for. And we've been telling our players this is a great time, especially with the internet, to be able to get on and start to really focus on maybe some things that you didn't have time when you had school going and practice and all that. So I've been really pushing our guys to do that. We've been sending our guys a lot of videos, breaking down different aspects of whether it's hitting or pitching. It's just a good time, I think, right now to continue to learn and really get back to the fundamentals and the mechanics of things. And that's what we're stressing our guys to do.
It's good. It's very good. One of my good pals, CJ Beatty, he said something really, really good the other day. Not only should the kids be tuning into all these Instagram lives and these YouTube videos you're putting out, which are very informational and fun, entertaining, but also the parents, right? If you can have a father and a son tune in to this right here and try to key into some vernacular or some keywords that really make your son better or your daughter better at sports, then how cool is that to have that tool in your pouch when you're in the bleachers, you're in the dugout, and you can tell your daughter or son, bang, bang, this is what we just worked on that Instagram Live, and then they can do it. So, hey, this is so cool of you to join us. You played with the Padres. You played with a lot of other organizations as well. You were at Wake Forest. You were a dynamite football player in high school. I was fun reading up on you, but growing up in Massachusetts, let's talk multiple sports. Were you a 1-2 sport guy? Talk to us about Massachusetts.
Yeah, sure. So I played pretty much every sport that I could possibly play all the way up through high school. So when I was younger, the main sports I played were baseball, football, and hockey. Those were the three I played in high school. But I played basketball. I played soccer. I just love sports. I love all sports. I like getting out and doing something athletic. I seem to have, I had a decent, I was athletic as a kid, and so I think it helped to make sports a little fun. It was what I was kind of good at. And so I tell kids, especially up in this area where we can't really play baseball all year round, our main season can be pretty short outside. Our high school season doesn't start until April, and it's done by, beginning of June, and then we get a little bit more summertime. But, you can't play baseball all year round, especially up here. And so we're always stressing to get out. If you love multiple sports, go play as many sports as you can. A lot of people, especially, the last couple of years, seem to think if I want to play at a high level of baseball, well, I got to do baseball 24/7. And that's not the case. Hey, if you love it and that's the only thing you love, then go for it. But don't feel like you have to not play other sports because, if I do, I'll fall behind in baseball. I mean, I spent as much time as I could doing everything, and I got a chance to play at a high level. So, yeah, we encourage kids to play multiple sports.
I tell the kids the same thing. Mike Trout can track that fly ball in the outfield so well because he was a dynamite defender in basketball when he was in high school. So all of these different multiple sports are great. We'll talk a little bit more as we go along, but I was kind of thinking, these quarantine drills, these baseball drills we're trying to do wherever we're at. Maybe we're in our room, we're in the living room. I'm in this little office area. So I just want to throw out a few drills, and maybe you can talk to me and the audience. What am I really looking for and trying to do? And the first one I'm going to do is the wall drill, where I'm just tossing it up against the wall and really just catching it here. Anything specific, at any age, what are we trying to do here as far as catching the baseball? Just walk me through it like this is my first time.
Yeah, sure. So I think you can do an awful lot of things. If you're a younger player, then I think just the hand-eye coordination and just being able to see a ball, use your hands. One thing I talk a lot about when doing bare hand drills is I want to focus on a part of my hand. So I usually say the index finger. And so I want to try to get that ball somewhere right around my index finger. I always think that good fielders, when they have a glove on, good fielders catch the ball in the same spot all the time. And so in order to practice that, you have to really focus on it. So especially with our infielders, but really any position, you want to make sure that you're trying to catch the ball in the same point every single time. And it's really easy to focus on when you have no glove on.
That's great. So kids, I know I tell you to bring your notebooks and your tennis balls and your gloves. Let's do this drill 30 seconds, and let's work off that note from Coach Matt. Let's try to catch the ball in that same spot for 30 seconds and go. And I'm against you. See if you can beat me right now. I'm competing with that kid in Boston right now. I'm competing with Water Slide in California, Rookie in Orange County, Sleepover in Costa Mesa. wherever you may be, 15 seconds remaining to try to catch that ball. Anything else we're doing, maybe with our body, Coach? What do we got here with our body?
Well, I think something you could add into it, especially depending on your position. Maybe you're a catcher, you get into a squat. You're an infielder, you get into more of a little bit more of a fielding position. So yeah, so something easy like that where you can work on some leg strength, I think would really help out guys as well.
Outstanding. So kids, depending on where you're playing, if you're a catcher, do this drill in the squat and work on your frames. If you're an infielder, work from that universal athletic position. Let's go with another drill that I've been doing a lot of, and that's just working on ground balls. I'm here, and I'm working here, either bare hand or with a glove. I'll go bare hand for here. And kiddos, you can be doing this while Coach Matt is talking to you. But he played second base, shortstop at a high level. Wake Forest, played at pro ball. Vin Scully watched him play at Dodger Stadium and called his games. What are we looking for here, Coach, in this drill right here, fielding ground ball?
So I think a couple of things from an infield perspective. You're doing a good job of it. I always talked about trying to get my eyes as close to the ball as possible. So we talked about having a flat back. I want to get my eyes really low behind the glove as much as I can, which I think is really important.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Yeah, so if I can stay in that position where, I talked a lot about having my butt up and my back flat. So a lot of kids think they want to get their butt down, but when that happens and their back comes up exactly like that, and they get on their heels and their hands come underneath their body too much. So I say butt up, back flat, hands out front, and I always want to see my glove, or if you're doing it with your bare hand, I want to see my bare hand and the ball at all times. If I can't see my bare hand, that means that it's underneath me too much, and I lose track of the ball as it's going into my glove. So those are some keys I think that to keep in mind.
I love that, and I love bringing in guests because I always hear something brand new, and I've never heard that. You always want to see your bare hand. As far as our lower body goes, now, I've seen a lot of your great YouTube videos on fielding. I saw you posted one on hobby bias as far as the footwork goes. Can you just break that down for me a little bit? I'll back up. What were you saying in that awesome hobby bias video?
Yeah, so when I was talking about footwork, I was talking about as a right-hander, you're going to always feel the ball by going right. It's going to be right, left field, right, left throw. As a lefty, it's going to be the opposite. So like a simple drill like that, you can really focus on. You can roll the ball, go right, left field. You can do that over and over again. It sounds really simple, but we have a lot of players, especially young players, that do the opposite. And now all of a sudden, instead of taking 2 steps to throw, they have to take a 3rd step because their footwork, it isn't set up ready to go. So it's always right, left field, right, left throw. If you're a lefty, it's left, right field, left, right throw.
There you go. And on Instagram, it always looks backwards. So I think I look left-handed to you guys, but I'm actually right-handed. And
that's good.
I'm going right, left, and then boom, just like that. I also noticed you're taking the big steps early, but when it's time to break down, what kind of steps are we taking when it's almost field the ball time?
Yeah, sure. So it's big to small. So big steps to get to the ball quickly, and then once you get close to the ball, I need to gain control of my body. So we call them choppy steps. So it's basically just you're going to pitter patter your feet, get under control, and then you're going to go right, left field.
Outstanding. Very good. So let's go 30 seconds, guys. Whatever area you have, you might just have a sock in your bare hand, but let's just go up against the wall, right, left field. I know sleepover is a lefty, so you're going to be left, right field. Same thing there. It's right, left field, right, left field, right, left field. And I'm always telling my kids to say your words. I feel like if you say the words out loud, your body learns it faster. So for me anyway, I say those words out loud. That way come game time, I don't have to think about it. It's going to happen for me. So 15 more seconds. Anything else as far as just the fielding of the baseball part, Matt?
No, I think you're pretty good right there. One thing that to focus on too, I think for most kids is, so I call it just glove presentation. So it's a lot of players don't realize how they show the glove to the ball or when they show the glove. And so when my right foot is coming down, I want to start to present the glove. So I tell the kids that let me grab my glove real quick. I tell the kids that you want to pretend like right here you've got two eyes, and I need to show the eyes through the ball. Now, most people think, oh, that sounds so elementary, but most kids wait till the last second and then they flash their glove really late and they never expose the glove on time. So it's really important. The right foot hits, present the glove, show the eyes to the ball.
That's outstanding. And if you watch any great infielder on TV, they're doing the exact same thing. Let's talk one more thing, the ball right at us. I feel like sometimes when the ball makes us move, that's even easier than a ball hit right at us. When a ball's hit right at you, let's say shortstop specifically, what's your footwork like to be able to get through that and throw it to first base?
Sure. So no matter where the ball's hit, our goal as an infielder is always to get to the right of the ball. So I got to get to the right of the ball so I can get momentum going back to my left. So I tell the hitters to get the ball on their left ear. So it doesn't have to be a huge move to the right, just enough to get the ball on my left ear. That makes me be on the right of the ball. And so if the ball's hit right at me, literally all I need to do is take one step with my right foot. That gets me to the right, it gets the ball in my left ear, and now I've gone far enough, and now I can come back through the ball. You just don't want to attack the ball straight on. So it's one step to your right, that gets you to the right. Now you can get momentum going to first. You can read the hops better because you get a little angle on the ball, which helps as well. So yeah, it doesn't take a lot. It's literally just one step.
Very, very subtle, guys, but it's super important. I know so many scouts, so many colleges, all they talk about is footwork, and they talk about a bad throw is set up by bad footwork. So when you're doing this wall drill during quarantine, those little subtle things are super important. You want to teach yourself the right way to go about it, and mentally just challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to do things even better than you did yesterday. Here's something I want to go over before we maybe break out the bat and talk a little bit of hitting with you, is you could do the wall drill just, on your heels, maybe flat-footed, just going through the motions, or you could right, left, and then get yourself set for a throw. Let's say I'm a shortstop, right, left field, and then I set up for a throw to first. Or maybe I'm a shortstop, right, left field, and I set up for a shuttle pass to second. Let's just talk bat positioning, or how we get to that position from right, left field off our left ear. Where do we go from here, Coach?
So you're talking about on a flip or on the actual throw to first?
Let's go throw to first base.
Okay, so once you field the ball, so you've gone right, left field, now all you're going to do is we say right to left, left to target. So we don't teach cross your feet over or behind. We literally, it's like, you know what it's like? It's like a secondary lead, except the opposite. So it's literally just a shuffle. You take your right to your left, left goes to your target, and that'll set you up just like that. And no matter where you need to throw it, if you do that footwork, you'll line up the first. You could literally be facing the other way, go right to left, left to target, and your shoulders will be right in line with where you got to throw.
That's outstanding. So, guys, you have options here. You can do the wall drill right now, right, left field off your left ear, and then you can go right to where the left is, and then left to the target. And maybe you want to put some tape on your wall, kids, to create the target to first base. But I think that is just a little subtle expansion of this drill that's going to take you to the next level. So right, left field, boom, and go there. Toes, knees, hips, shoulders, they're all lined up to the target. What about my hands, my glove, the ball? Where should they be when that left foot lands and is ready to throw to first?
So a couple of things that I'll say real quick about, arm action and stuff is that the first thing is that when you're an infielder, you've got to have, a pretty quick release, not like a catcher, but it can't be a long, slow arm action. So we tell the players that you want to pretend like you're in a swimming pool and water is up to your waist and you don't want to get the ball wet. So when I take the ball out of my glove, let me do this right there. When I take the ball out of my glove, literally, I think that my fingers stay on top, and it's almost like I would be pulling back like a bow. And so my fingers stay on top. I pull it back, and from this position, I don't know if you guys can see this. I get into what I call a V position. So this keeps my arm action short, tight, repeatable, and the ball can come out real quick. So it's across the chest. Don't let the ball get wet. Get into a power V, and then literally from that position, my hand's just going to come up and snap and throw.
Nice, very good. When you talk about long arm circle, it gets longer if you're in the outfield, definitely if you're a pitcher.
Sure.
But as far as infield goes, we want to keep that short arm circle, but at the same time, we don't want it to get too stiff. So nice soft grip on that baseball is what I always say as far as that goes. Sweet.
Sure.
Before we transition into the bat, this idea of catching it, getting it into the hand, and throwing quickly. I saw Omar Vizquel play catch one time, and it almost looked like the ball never got to his glove. Like it was just in his throwing hand super quick. For my guys at home right now, what's a drill? What's a couple things they can think about to become Omar Vizquel?
Yeah, sure. So exactly what you're doing right there is the easiest, simplest way to do it is just throw it off the wall. I always tell kids there's 3 steps to making a play. You've got to field it, you got to transfer it, and you've got to throw it. And so when I'm doing drills, like I can focus on one part or another, but if I can incorporate all 3, obviously that's the best. So if let's just say you're doing a drill like that. Instead of just fielding it, right? Because a lot of guys will do it and they'll just field it. Well, I can do that if I want to practice it, but now I've got to work on, fielding it and transferring it. Because a lot of bad throws happen because the transfer doesn't happen correctly, right? They bobble the ball. Now I can't get a good grip. Now my mind speeds up. Now I'm going, oh man, this guy's running down the line. I airmail it.
Yeah.
So any simple drill, literally, if you don't have anyone to play catch with you and you just have a wall, then you can just do exactly what you were doing. If you do have someone to play catch with you, then 2 things. One, you can practice what we call quick catch, where you're just going to go back and forth with your partner, move your feet quickly. I never catch the ball, so I never close the glove. I literally try to get that ball, like we talked about earlier. I try to get it to hit right off my index finger, and the glove doesn't close. The ball just deflects from glove to hand.
Yep.
And that's what you see Omar Vizquel do so well. He's probably one of the best that's ever done it. But you can practice that with quick catch. The other thing is, another thing that we talk about a lot is when you catch the ball, as your partner moves out, like just say you're able to play catch your dad or whoever, I want to catch the ball, and I don't always have to do quick catch. I can catch the ball. I don't want to just take it out and just hold the ball here and then throw. I always start with it in my glove, so I work on getting it out and throwing like game speed. You know, a lot of guys will catch the ball, they'll take it out, they'll stand there for a second, take a deep breath, and then throw, but they're not working on transferring and throwing.
Right, exactly. They're smelling the ball, they're looking at the ball, and then they're playing catch. No. Let's get it here and work on that. Again, that's really your own personal drive, kids. How much better do you want to get at the game? And those little drills count. My middle infielders in college, they never just played regular catch. They were either working on relays while they were playing catch together, or they were working on double plays. They were working on tag plays. Every single throw they made to each other in warm-ups had a specific idea to it. So really good stuff. Coach Matt, Coach Ballgame, we are here giving you a little virtual sandlot. I want to transition to the bat, and we've got about 10 minutes left here of sandlot. Maybe just give me a sense of the first thing you would tell a good athlete about hitting a baseball or getting yourself ready to go. Are you going to go physically, mentally? What's the first thing you tell your players?
Sure. So there's a bunch of different, aspects of hitting. I always like to start with the swing. So I break it up into a couple things. We usually almost always start, especially when we begin, if let's just say you played for Antonelli baseball. We start off with the swing. We try to give you a swing that mechanically is going to help you be successful. Once we're able to work on that, and we work on that like very easily. You can do T-work, you can do soft toss. The drills don't have to be challenging. We're just starting to work on some of the mechanics of hitting, being in an athletic position. There's a lot of stuff we could talk about with that, but that's very simple, just working on the mechanics of the swing. From there, then we work on hitting. So then we work on timing. We work on pitch recognition. We work on those type of things. When you put those together, you become, that's when you get really successful. But you can't work on everything all at once. So that's why I like to split up. Beginning of practice, a lot of tee work, a lot of easy things where I can think about, okay, what am I trying to do in this swing? And then you progress to something harder where maybe it's a batting practice pitcher, maybe it's a live pitcher that's throwing in practice, where now I can start to really focus on the other things, picking up pitches, deciphering what the pitch is, working on my timing, all that stuff.
That's great. And I would totally agree. Baseball players, we can only think about one thing at a time. If we try to put too much into our brain, we go 0 for 5 with a couple of strikeouts. So let's go right there first out of the gates. We're talking mechanics. Where do you go first? And everybody's different, right? I had a certain approach that helped me. You probably had a certain approach that helped you. So everybody's going to be a little bit different. But I know there's some boxes that must be checked for everybody mechanically to get to the next level. What's your first box mechanically?
Sure. So let's break it down into, first thing, you have to be an athlete. You have to be athletic. So we talk a lot with our players about being in a good athletic posture. It's something that most players, again, take for granted. But for me, when I think of an athletic position, no matter what sport you play, right, this isn't just a baseball thing. It's basketball, it's hockey, it's football, whatever. It's going to be, so we say butt out and chest forward. So I tell our hitters that you want to feel like your butt gets back behind your heels, and that's going to get your chest slightly forward. So if you think about your spine, right, if your spine's standing up straight up and down, it's like this. Well, when I get exactly like that, when I get my butt out, my chest over, now my spine gets to this position, and that's more of an athletic position. It'd be the same thing if you were going to play defense basketball. You were going to take a slap shot. But then for some reason, when hitters get into the box, they think that they have to get into this, I don't know, unorthodox position. It's not, all of a sudden, it's not an athletic position anymore because they think they have to get into a baseball stance. It's the same thing as any other sport. Just be an athlete. Get into a good position, butt behind your heels, let your chest be forward and over the plate a little bit, and you're in a good spot to at least begin the swing.
There you go. So kids, wherever you're at, all around the world right now, let's just get there. Get to that place where you're playing linebacker in football, you're playing defensive basketball, be honkus, as I call it, just behind the heels, and that angle right here. And that just made me think of something, and it's a video you posted, I think, with Hobby Bias again, where this certain angle, this spine angle, and it's the same, it creates this angle with your torso and your legs. We don't really want that angle changing much throughout the swing. We might as well hit that right there. What do you have for that one?
Yeah, so everybody that's played baseball has probably heard their coach, their parents, their grandparents scream, stop pulling off the ball, you're pulling off the ball, keep your head on the ball, right? You hear that all the time. And so essentially what I think of when I hear that is if you get to a good postural position, right, and you come out of that, like you just said, right, so your head comes out, your front shoulder rips out, well, now all of a sudden you're not in that same position that you started into, and that's where, it's hard to hit when your body is moving away from the hitting area. So, yeah, exactly. So really simply, if you can think about getting into that good position, and then from there, can you turn and hit from that position, just like you're doing right there? And one drill that we do, I wish I could, I don't know if I can show you right now. I'm actually putting it up on our YouTube channel in a few days. But if you have a wall, you can literally get into an athletic position. You put your forehead just on the wall. You put your bat across your chest like this, or just cross your hands and see if you can turn while keeping your head on the wall. Yeah, so put your forehead on the wall there. Now from there, can you turn and hit from that position without taking out whatever that wall is, right? Exactly like you're doing. That's perfect. And it can be hard with a bat. You can do it with no bat and just cross your hands. But that should give you the feeling of, I'm staying on the ball if I make that move right there. That's on the ball. If you come off the wall, that's coming out of your posture and off the ball.
That's really good. And I recommend a fedora because it's even shorter than a regular cap, which challenges you even more. That is super. Once again, a drill I've never heard of. I've heard it said a bunch of different ways, and this is good for any parents out there that are watching. Don't pull your head. Don't pull your front shoulder. Kids respond a lot better to the do's instead of the don'ts. So instead of don't pull your front shoulder, I'm going to pull my front shoulder. Do keep your posture in the same place. Do keep that hat up against. For me, just trying to hit the ball somewhere towards center or just having that visual that I'm trying to hit it towards center, that always kept me in a good place as far as my posture and not pulling out. We got a few minutes here, and I know we got some hungry hitters, and I've seen a few questions. I think one of the things that I loved about your YouTube channel is not only is it entertaining, but you kind of peel back the curtain for what it's like to be a pro. How much do they get paid? What's the practice regimen like? But let's just go mentally as far as a baseball player goes. What is your message to our kids here if they want to make it to the next level, whether that be high school, college, pro? There's a huge mental side to this game and to competitive sports. I'll give you the floor on that.
Sure. Probably the number one question I get, I've probably already gotten 10 emails today, is, I'm a high school player, middle school player, whatever age, and I want to play in either the major leagues or college. What do I got to do, right? I get that question all the time. So what I tell everyone is, I think the first step, and I just think about myself as a kid, first step, you got to love the game. If you love playing, if you truly have a passion for it, you truly want to get better, you want to play at a high level, you will have a really good chance of getting there just simply by loving the game and really loving practice. Not just loving the games, but loving practicing to get to that game. I've always, I don't know if it's, I'm lucky to have this, but I've always enjoyed practicing. And listen, if you want to be a great baseball player, it isn't actually rocket science. You just love it. You'll put the work in. The work won't feel like work. It'll feel like play. It'll feel like just having fun. When I was younger, the baseball was different back then. I didn't take any lessons. I didn't do a lot of that stuff. I just played. I played catch with my dad. I played pickup ball with my buddies. The more you play, the more you are able to have trial and error, the more you figure out what works, what doesn't work. And again, you don't even realize you're doing it. It's just fun. And before you know it, you look up and you're like, man, I'm a pretty good player. So I think that is definitely one part of it. As you start getting older, then you can evaluate yourself and see, okay, what are my strengths and what are my weaknesses? What do I need to put a little extra work in on? And then every day you go out, whether it's with your team or yourself, I used to always just pick one thing and say, okay, today I'm going to get better at this, whether it's fielding a backhand or hitting the ball the opposite field or whatever it is. And then same thing, you do that every day. Before you know it, you've worked on a lot of things over a week and then a month and then a year and then 5 years. And you can get really good when you do that, when you're really cognizant of what you're trying to actually get better at. So those are some easy things. Again, a lot of times, I don't know if there's so much information out there that people think it's complicated. It's actually not that complicated. If you love playing and you practice smart, you work on something every day, you can get really, really good.
Absolutely. I want to close with this because I've started diving in the virtual game and seeing the live chats and seeing what kids are saying. And for the most part, it's been very positive as far as what kids are doing on the live chats, what they're typing. But I've seen some negative things, some bad words, some negative things towards other people in the chats. And that just kind of talks to the character of the player. Let's just be honest. Kids look up to you. Kids look up to me. We're coaches. We played at a high level. We played with the best in the game. Is it important what you say, what you put out there, the kind of teammate you are? Is that important to you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think baseball, the game of baseball can teach you a lot of things that, let's face it, most of us, pretty much every baseball player at some point, every baseball player is going to be told you can't play baseball anymore. And for most players, it happens pretty early. Like even for me, I played in the major leagues in professional baseball. By the time I was 28, I was done playing baseball. So I did a lot of practicing, preparing. I learned a lot through, it's a game of failure. You learn how to persevere through really tough times. You learn a lot of things that help you beyond baseball, which I think is really important. It's one of the reasons I really love athletics in general. Most people get caught up in, all right, we got to learn all this stuff so we can play in the NBA or the NFL or whatever. It's like a lot of the things that we're learning, we're never going to use in the NBA or the MLB or whatever. But you're gonna use that as a parent, as a coworker, as a boss, as whatever. And so I think that's what's really important. And so being a good person is obviously a huge part of it, but all the things that you learn from playing the game can help you in life, which is you're going to be living a lot longer after your baseball career. Most people are going to stop playing, some after Little League, some after high school. And so that's a lot of life ahead that baseball, then you watch the game and play for fun, but it's the things that you're learning that you're going to be able to use for the rest of your life. So
that's great. Well, I mean, I'm reading Tommy Lasorda's book right now, one of my favorite books I've ever read, and he said if he's got two guys, one with great talent and one with great determination, he'll take the guy with determination all day, because there's a lot of talent when you get to that high level, but there's not a lot of hard workers, not a lot of good character out there. So I know so many college coaches. Our mutual friend Grant Achilles, who coaches at Brown University, right? He's always talking about that, the character of the kid. He's a good kid. He's respectful. He's kind. He's wise with his words. That can put you in the next level, and that can get you on a team that you really want to get on. So,
and there's so many. I'll end with this real quick. When you're trying to play, whether it's high school or college, there's so many players that you're trying to compete against, especially in college. Right? There's so many players, and the talent of players becomes almost identical in most cases. I had a chance to recruit one year in college as a college coach, and so a lot of times you can find good players. They're all over the place, but it's not just about finding good players. It's about finding the right players and the right people. People that if I'm a coach, I got to spend a lot of time with this kid. I'm going to be around him. He's basically going to be like my son. Right, and so I want to be around someone that I will enjoy being around, that I feel like is a good person, that's going to be a hard worker, that's going to be respectful. I'm going to have my family around the team. I want the kids in the team to be respectful to my family and my kids, and so I want my kid to be able to look at the players and say, that's what a baseball player looks like, right? So I think that's really important. Coaches want good people in their program. They don't want to deal with knuckleheads and people that just aren't good people. So it is a huge part of recruiting.
So there you go, kids. This has been super cool. I'll throw this on my YouTube, and it'll be up on the Instagram Live. But thanks, man, for taking some time at the Sandlot and molding these minds. And for all my kids, Matt Antonelli on YouTube, he's got great videos. They're so good. So try to watch him with your parents. That way you can both learn the game. They can learn how to teach it. You can learn how to play it. But super cool, man. Thanks so much for doing this.
Yeah, no problem at all. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And it's so good to hear that Massachusetts accent. I went to college in Rhode Island, and man, it's like butter. It's like butter.
I love it.
Awesome. All right, man. Thanks again.
All right, thank you. Take care.
You got it. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We got trivia in about 25 minutes. Trivia, baseball trivia with Cooper Hinson. So that'll be on my Instagram. All right. Roger Lee in the house. Let's go. Oh, Roger Lee Brown, you got it, buddy. I got my cajon too, man. That's right. This is for you, Roger Lee Brown. Awesome. Thank you, guys. And please tune in to the trivia 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 Eastern tonight, right on my Instagram Live. The winner of the contest gets to host with me next Wednesday. So hope to see you there. Roger Lee, attaboy, Knott's Berry Farm, Mom and Dad. Good job.